Our Chevy Bolt, like other GM EVs and other EVs from other manufacturers, are able to charge now at Tesla Superchargers if they have the adapter. So we are going to test this NACS to CCS1 adapter from EVBase. When the Tesla Supercharger network began to open up last year, some folks didn't realize that it wasn't every Tesla Supercharger that was going to work. It has to be a version 3 or newer supercharger. The version 2 superchargers only Teslas can charge at. But if you have a car that's not a Tesla, like our little Bolt here, and you go to a version 3 or a version 4-ish supercharger, and you have the adapter, you can charge. Ford sent some out. GM was getting around to it, I guess. Didn't get ours, didn't even get notified, but the folks at EVBase have an adapter that's now ready to go for GM, as well as just Ford and other vehicles. It's in the box. There is a carrying pouch that this is what it will live in when it's done, after it gets out. Instructions, and then here is the actual adapter. And this thing has some weight to it. It definitely has some heft, but let me see if I can spin it around. There's the NACS plug on the back end, and you flip it around for CCS with the release right here. And this adapter should allow us to charge this car at this supercharger. We're at the closest version 3 supercharger to where we live, and apparently it's very popular. So we might be here for a bit waiting for a spot. One of the problems with charging a Bolt at a Tesla Supercharger or any other non-Tesla EV is the location of the charge plug. These are designed to work with a car that has its charging door on the right, on the driver's side rear corner, the left rear corner of the car. So a Tesla will back in, and it really only has to go to right here to plug in. You don't want to have a whole lot of excess cable because people don't necessarily always put longer cables up correctly. So the cables are just long enough to go right here. Well, on ours, it's on this side. It's on the driver's side, but we have to nose in, and it's not on the corner. It's another couple of feet back. We may have to take 2 spots or pull in sideways here, but that's one of the challenges of charging a non-Tesla to Tesla Supercharger. If you're interested in purchasing this adapter, the link is down in the description, and if you enter the promo code SPINNER, you'll receive an additional 20% off of your purchase for this or anything else on the EVBase website. So the first thing I've got to do is go into my app, say that I'm charging my other vehicle. I'm going to charge here at this Edgecliff Village Supercharger, stall 1A, hit start charging. Now, most of these adapters say to plug in the charge cable first and then plug this into the car. This one on its instructions has it being the other direction, and I'm going to try to time it, but I'm going to go ahead and do what the instructions say, which is plug that in there. Adapter's in, cable is plugged in, starting the timer, start charging on my phone. It says attach adapter and plug in, which we have. Okay, I've got an orange indicator on the car. Waiting to see if it initializes. There we go, there's our beep. It's about 20 seconds. That's a pretty fast handshake for CCS. We're very high in the pack, so we're not going to be getting very good speeds right now. The car is showing that it's getting 20 kilowatts right now. And again, we're very, very high in the pack. We're at like 77% state of charge. So it worked that way, which is following the instructions on the adapter. So I'm going to go ahead and hit stop charging on the app. Charging stopped. And I'm going to disconnect it. The reverse of how they had me, how EVBase said to do it. Take it out of the adapter first, release, and there we go. Now, after this has a chance to reset, I want to test it the other way of plugging the charging cable into the adapter and then plugging the adapter into the car. Pedestal 1A, gonna hit start charging on my phone, grab the cable, plug it into the adapter, plug the adapter into the car. We've got a good solid click. And now we wait a few seconds for the handshake. Okay, that should have been the 20. There we go. About 27 seconds. So it took 7 seconds longer to initialize doing it that way. Don't know why, that makes no sense, but we're still getting 20 kilowatts. It just fluctuated back down to 19, but you can see it there. That's the power that we're getting into the car. So let's stop this charge. This is a very busy supercharger, so we're gonna get out of the way. We haven't held anybody up, nobody's waiting or anything. I'm gonna hit stop charging on the phone. That came out pretty easy. It's new, so it's a little tight on getting in there, but it works. Very useful tool. I'll tell you a little bit more about it after I clear out of this spot. So now this is going to live with this car. It's going to live with the Bolt, so that Dylan is not limited to just using an EVgo or an Electrify America if he needs to charge while he's out and about. If he needs to use the Tesla Supercharger, this will work as long as it's version 3 or newer for the Tesla Superchargers. So again, this is the NACS to CCS1 adapter from EVBase. If you're interested in purchasing one of these for your own electric vehicle, the link is down in the description, and if you enter the promo code SPINNER, you'll receive an additional 20% off of your purchase. Thanks for watching, everybody. Let's have some safe travels.